Hi, I'm Eric the Security Guy. Many businesses make serious mistakes that place their data at unnecessary risk. These mistakes often stem from a fundamental misunderstanding of backups and storage technologies. Redundant array of independent disks, more commonly referred to by the acronym RAID, is an approach to data storage virtualization that combines multiple physical disk drives into one or more logical storage volumes. Depending on the RAID scheme, it could increase capacity, performance, and reliability, or not. RAID 0 provides increased capacity and performance by striping data across multiple drives with no redundancy. Since the failure of any one drive will result in data loss, RAID 0 statistically decreases reliability. On the other hand, RAID 1, also known as mirroring, simply writes data identically to two drives. Depending on the controller, read performance may be increased because the data can be read from both drives. Write performance is essentially equal to that of the slowest drive in the set, assuming there's no caching, but we won't get into that right now. While less efficient and sophisticated RAID configurations, a major advantage of RAID 1 is that in the event the controller or one drive fails, the surviving drive can often be directly connected to any computer capable of reading the file system. RAID 2, 3, and 4 are not used by modern systems. In summary, they're schemes to distribute data across 3 or more physical drives. You should never run into them today. RAID 5 consists of block-level striping with distributed parity and requires a minimum of 3 physical drives. This scheme improves performance, can achieve larger logical volumes, and is designed to survive the failure of any one physical disk. While popular for small business applications, its principal weakness is that a second drive failure prior to replacing the first failed drive, or while the RAID array is under increased stress during a rebuild, will result in data loss. On the surface, the second failure may appear unlikely, but in practice, it does occur occasionally. 3 drives from the same manufacturer installed at the same time, running in identical environmental conditions, have been known to result in 2 closely timed hardware failures. RAID 6 addresses the weaknesses of RAID 5 by using block-level striping with double distributed parity, increasing fault tolerance to 2 failed physical drives. The cost is an additional drive. RAID 6 requires a minimum of 4 drives. However, by using drives from multiple manufacturers or replacing them or rotating them on a regular basis, RAID 6 provides a very high level of availability and is recommended for many business-critical applications. Hybrid RAID approaches are another option. Most notably, RAID 1+0, sometimes called RAID 10, combines mirroring and striping to provide high performance and redundancy. Some storage vendors also offer proprietary RAID schemes. For example, Synology Hybrid RAID is an automated RAID management system that maximizes the use of hard drives even if they're different sizes, unlike RAID 5 and 6 arrays that are designed to work with drives of the same size. These proprietary RAID schemes might be the right decision for small business, allowing them to upgrade storage capacity and rotate drives without manually reconfiguring their array. Other sophisticated RAID features, including hot standby spares, dual power supplies, and even an internal backup battery, can increase reliability. Many network-attached storage, or NAS vendors, make it easy to replicate data between 2 separate devices. Sometimes it makes sense just to purchase 2 small NAS appliances and replicate data between them as part of an overall data survival strategy. However, it's essential to remember that several common scenarios result in data loss despite the most advanced RAID array. Servers often use RAID to maintain availability during a drive failure. However, a hardware failure in the RAID controller or power supply can potentially result in the corruption or even destruction of all drives. RAID provides no protection whatsoever against accidental or malicious data modification or deletion by applications, users, or malware. If you suffer a ransomware infection, RAID is not going to help. Business backup system requirements vary due to differing business needs and compliance requirements. In general, backup processes should align with disaster recovery plans, taking into account the recovery point objective, or RPO, which determines the maximum acceptable amount of data loss measured in time. For example, a 24-hour RPO may be satisfied with daily backups, while a 15-minute RPO obviously requires a much more real-time backup or replication strategy. Small businesses and sole proprietors with modest backup requirements should consider the time-honored 3-2-1 backup rule. Have at least 3 copies of your data, store the copies on 2 different media, and keep 1 backup copy off-site. Inexpensive NAS hardware makes on-site data copies easier than ever, and cloud-based backup services such as Backblaze make off-site components simple, automatic, and inexpensive. And please remember, RAID is not a backup. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.